Alright, so I've got a short video for you today, and we're going to be talking all about recursion. So I just have a blank file open here. So basically, I just wanted to cover recursion because it seems to be something that can be confusing to people, and I just think when explained right, it's actually not a very complicated topic. So all recursion really is when a function calls itself. So that was today's video, and if you liked it, go ahead. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're going to give you a few examples here. So let's get into this. We got a blank file here, just a JS file, and we're just going to run a couple examples here. So the first one we're going to do is we're just going to look at a counter. So let's first go over this and see how we would normally do this if we weren't using recursion. Obviously, there's a million different ways we can do this. And I think I said counter, but we're actually doing like a countdown. So we want to print out 10, 9, 8, 6 onwards. So let's see here. So let's say we had a function, and we'll call it counter, and that's going to take a number, and then let's say you could do this a bunch of ways, but say we had a while loop, and we're going to say while num is greater than 0, we want to, and we're going to console.log the num minus minus. So we're going to count down from there. Function spelled that wrong. Make sure you get your spelling correct here. And then let's just come down here, and we will we'll just call counter, and we'll pass in 10 as the number. So go ahead, save that, and I'm just going to run this, and we should see, here we go, and we can see 10, 9, 8, 6, just like we thought. So that's great. Now, this is kind of more of a traditional looping method. Now, if we wanted to do this same thing, but with recursion, let's come down, we'll just comment that out, and we'll just come down below it. Now, if we want to do this in a recursive way, we're just going to do the same thing. Function, spell that right this time, and we're going to go counter, and we're again going to go num, and we will open up some brackets. And now the key thing whenever you're creating a recursive function is you want to have an exit case, because otherwise you'll create an infinite loop, and nobody wants that. So we're going to go if the num is greater than 0, then we are just going to console.log the num, and then we're going to return what are we going to return? The counter, and this is the same thing. We're going to go num counter num minus 1, and then if that doesn't happen, so in our else case, we're just going to return, that's not it. In our else case, we're just going to return the num. And let's come down here, and we'll just console.log the counter, and let's put in 10 again. Go ahead and save that, and let's give this a try. And you can see we got the exact same results. So this is our second function running, and this is our first function running. So that worked well. So let's just go over what we're doing there. We got a function counter, and it takes a number. We're setting a clause here. So if the number is greater than 0, we're going to console log the number, and then we're going to return. And this is where we're going to call in a recursive manner the counter function that we've created. So within this function here, we're calling it again in here. And that's basically all that recursion is. And also we're just returning the number. So that is the basics of recursion, pretty basic. Let's go ahead and we shall do one more. So let's comment that out, come down below here, and let's do this kind of a common one you'll see with recursion is a factorial. So all factorial is you'll go say, you have put a number in, so 10, and then you go 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, and that'll be the factorial of the number. So we'll go ahead and try to replicate this with recursion. So let's go function again, and let's go factorial, and it's going to take again a number. And then again, we need this this check to make sure we don't have a function that runs forever. So if the num is equal to 0, triple equals 0, then we're going to return 1, because factorial of 0 is going to be 1, and then else, or our normal, we're just going to go return, and we're going to go num, and we're going to go times nub. Can't spell num today. Num times, and we're going to call again factorial, and we're going to pass in num, and again -1. There we go. And come down here, just give a little more room, and we'll console.log factorial of, and we'll just put 3 so we can check it. Otherwise, my math will get a little sketchy. Okay, so let's go over this. Well, actually, let's just run it and make sure. So we should get 3. We should get 6, I believe, and we do. Okay, so that worked well. Now let's just go over it one more time. We got our factorial function here. It's going to take a number, and if that number is equal to 0, we're just returning 1, because factorial of 0 is just going to be 1. And then we are going to return the number passed in times the factorial, this function that we created, but this time we're passing in 1 less. So that's how that is going to work, and it seemed to work good. So a little introduction to recursion. Hopefully that was useful. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe or hit the like button, and until the next one, thanks for watching.